In the sleepy town of Willow Creek, Ohio, where cornfields stretched farther than dreams, Mia Thompson felt like she was drowning, a 16-year-old sophomore at Willow Creek High. Mia sat at the back of every classroom, her desk a fortress of doodled notebooks and crumpled report cards. Her grades hovered in the D range. Each red mark a reminder of her dyslexia, which twisted letters into knots her brain couldn't untangle. She wasn't smart enough, she told herself, her hazel eyes avoiding the mirror. The town's single stoplight seemed to blink her future. Stay here, work at the diner, fade into the fields that Mia's ordinary world was a haze of self-doubt. Her classmates buzzed about college, but to Mia, those dreams felt as distant as the stars she gazed at from her backyard. Her mom, a nurse working double shifts, believed in her but couldn't bridge the gap Mia felt between herself and success. School was a battlefield where she lost every fight. She'd spend hours on homework, only for words to jumble and sentences to slip away. Why try? She'd mutter, shoving books into her backpack. One gray November afternoon, everything shifted. In English class, Mrs. Carver, a teacher with sharp eyes and a knack for seeing past slouched shoulders, handed back Mia's essay on To Kill a Mockingbird. AC-, her best grade yet, but Mia barely noticed. Mrs. Carver lingered by her desk. Mia, you got a spark. Your ideas are brilliant, but they're trapped. Stay after class. Mia's stomach twisted. She wasn't used to teachers noticing her for anything but late assignments. After bell, Mrs. Carver's classroom felt like a courtroom. I'm starting a tutoring program for students who need extra support, she said. I want you in it. You could shine, Mia, if you let yourself. The words were a call to adventure, a rope thrown into Mia's sinking world. But fear gripped her. Tutoring meant admitting she needed help, exposing her struggles to peers who already whispered about her. She imagined their smirks, the labels, slow, stupid. That night, she lay awake, her refusal loud in her mind. I'll just fail again, she whispered to the ceiling. For weeks, Mia dodged Mrs. Carver's invitations, but the teacher was relentless, slipping her notes with quotes like, "The only limit is your mind." One day, Mia cracked, exhausted by her own excuses. She showed up to the tutoring room, a cramped library corner smelling of old books. Mrs. Carver became her mentor, patient but firm. She taught Mia strategies to manage her dyslexia, color-coded notes, audio recordings, breaking tasks into chunks. More than techniques, she gave Mia belief. You're not broken, she'd say. Your brain just works differently, and that's your strength. The trials came fast. Tutoring was grueling. Each session a wrestle with words that danced off the page. Mia's first test after weeks of effort was AD+. She wanted to quit, but Mrs. Carver's voice echoed, progress, not perfection. At school, whispers turned to taunts. A group of girls, led by Jenny Carter, mocked her in the cafeteria. Think you're Harvard material now. Jenny sneered, tossing fry. Mia's cheeks burned, but she clutched her tray and walked away, her mentor's words a shield. Outside school, Mia faced her own demons. Late night studying left her drained, her insecurities screaming she'd never be enough. One evening, she broke down, sobbing over a math problem she couldn't solve. Her mom found her, wrapping her in a hug. You're fighting a war most kids don't, Mia. Keep going. Bolstered, Mia pressed on, her grit growing like a muscle. She started raising her hand in class, her voice shaky but sure. By spring, her grades crept to CS, then BS. Each victory chipped away at her fear. Junior year brought new challenges. Mia joined the debate team, a leap that terrified her. Reading scripts aloud was a minefield, but she practiced until her tongue tamed the words. Her first debate was a disaster. Stumbled lines, sweaty palms, but the crowd's applause for her effort lit a fire. She kept at it, her arguments sharpening. Meanwhile, Mrs. Carver pushed her toward college prep, introducing her to scholarship programs. Mia laughed at the idea of Ivy League schools. Me? At Yale? But Mrs. Carver's belief was infectious. The biggest trial came with the SAT. Mia's first practice test was a blow, far below average. She studied relentlessly, using every trick Mrs. Carver taught her. When test day arrived, her heart pounded, but she visualized success, a technique her mentor swore by. Weeks later, the score arrived, not perfect, but enough to make college possible. Mia cried, this time from joy. Senior year, Mia was a different girl. Her grades were A's and BS. Her confidence a quiet flame. She applied to colleges, including Yale, egged on by Mrs. Carver. The waiting was torture. Each rejection led her to stab. Then, one April afternoon, an email from Yale arrived. Mia's hands shook as she opened it. Accepted, with a full scholarship. She screamed, her mom bursting into tears. The reward was hers. A ticket out of Willow Creek, a chance to rewrite her story. The transition to Yale was a culture shock. New Haven's Gothic spires dwarfed her, and her classmates, with their polished accents and effortless brilliance, intimidated her. Imposter syndrome crept in, whispering she didn't belong. But Mia remembered her trials, the girl who'd faced bullies and bad grades and won. She sought help, joining study groups and meeting with professors. Her dyslexia still challenged her, but she tackled it with tools and tenacity. By sophomore year, she was thriving, majoring in education. Inspired to help kids like her 0.2 years after graduating, Mia returned to Willow Creek. The high school auditorium was packed for an assembly where she'd speak. Stepping onto the stage, she saw her younger self in the crowd, slouched kids, doubting their worth. Her voice steady, she shared her story. The failing grades, the fears, the fight. I was you, she said. I thought I was enough. But you don't need to be perfect to succeed. You just need to believe in yourself and keep going. The room erupted in applause. After, students swarmed her, asking questions, their eyes bright with possibility. One girl, clutching a worn notebook, whispered, I have dyslexia too. Can I do it? Mia knelt, meeting her gaze. You absolutely can. Driving away, Mia glanced at the stoplight, now green. She smiled, knowing she left a spark in her town, just as Mrs. Carver had for her. Mia's journey taught her a truth she'd carry forever. Self-belief and perseverance could conquer any obstacle, no matter how big it seemed. Back at Yale, she'd mentor students, her story a beacon for those lost in their own doubts. And in Willow Creek, the kids she'd inspired would dream bigger. Their future's brighter because one girl dared to face her fears and win.